So today we got, I was just explaining that there's an old stand of CRP. This is a new farm to us around our current farm. And I was showing them that in the distance you can see some established native grasses, and those grasses are thick. I mean, it's like Vietnam jungle. So over here, it's the same thing. It's CRP, and it's an old established CRP. It's just been neglected. So a lot of people, when they're planting something or they're establishing something, especially CRP program, it's a government program, they're just going through and they're checking the boxes, right? They're saying, did I plant it? Did I spray it? Did I mow it? You know, did I use the proper seed mixture? You could have done all those things, but when you planted it, was it dry? Did you have good soil to seed contact? I've had areas where we've done in the past where I've drilled one hill the exact same as I drilled another hill the same day, and just one took and one didn't. So some can be soil situations, can be at the depth that you're drilling at, you know, one soil versus the other. It's not really a one size fit all. So this is a perfect example. You can see we pulled in here and you can see nice tall natives in the background, but then again you come right here and this is just regular old brome grass. So this is CRP, and this should have natives in it. It just got choked out, or it never had a chance to establish. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go through and we're gonna burn this down. And when I say burn it, we're gonna light it on fire. We're gonna start at the upwind side, burn into the wind, and then right after we're done burning, I'm gonna drop our drill into the soil, and I'm just gonna re-drill all this property. So we're using a variety of different seeds, fluffy box and our small box. But for you guys at home that don't have a drill, don't have a tractor, I've been there before, what I would recommend in an area like this is utilizing Mother Nature and coming through and frost seeding it. So you're gonna come through and the frost is still in the ground before temperatures hit what they are right now, which is in the 40s, and just go through and hand broadcast it. Or if you got ATV, put it in a cone spreader and come through. Honestly, it's cheaper and it's easier. It's just winter work has got, you know, a little bit ahead of us. We've had a rough spring here in Iowa. That's why we haven't been doing a lot of videos. So do yourself a favor, save yourself some work, save yourself some money, go through and just broadcast, whether that be hand or ATV. When you're gonna do a frost seed, you're gonna say, well, I'm gonna frost seed this, how's it gonna get into the ground? I'm gonna go show you the seed and show you how small it is and how easy it is for you guys to do this with a hand spreader and get it right into the dirt. So our small seed box is gonna be what I'd recommend doing when you're frost seeding, and you can see in here. See how little that is? I know I have giant manly hands. Brad, it'd be better in your hands. They look little and you'll see the... But you can see how small that seed is there. So when you toss that into your soil, you can see it gets direct contact, and especially if we have a frost, it's going to bring it right into the ground. Now, if you watch some of our other videos, you've seen you know, us doing TSI. And TSI has a lot of benefits, but one of them that I focus on is that it creates more habitat and living area for deer to utilize your timber. And it's no difference here, is you want to utilize more of the habitat, because this here, the CRP is not doing a whole lot for it other than checking the boxes. So for us as deer hunters, we want more holding capacity. Just like with TSI, you can do that with grass. So when I talk about holding capacity, if a mature deer, doe, buck, doesn't matter, can see another mature deer, that's not going to be favorable. They're going to bed in different areas, different hillsides, different slopes. So here, it's going to be so thick, like our previous stand across the road here, that they're not going to be able to see each other. So that's a huge benefit as far as holding capacity. But another thing, if you guys are into shed hunting, you'll notice that the deer, especially in the winter months and the spring months, tend to gravitate towards grass. And that's because of the thermal cover that it has. So it's going to have a lot of thermal features that'll hold the deer in tight. They'll bed behind cedars against this grass. And if you walk through on a sunny day, you'll see that the blades of the grass really kind of suck in the heat from the sun. And then especially on south facing slopes, that's where we always find all our sheds. So again, it's just utilizing more of your property that is currently doing nothing and you're gonna turn it into something. And you don't have to have 200 acres. You don't even have to have 50 acres. Just trying to make every inch of your property work for you and work for the deer and the other habitat and, wildlife that you have using your farm. So we're just gonna go ahead today and release what's already here and just make it a little bit better. So we just let basically the upwind side of it, kind of got a little bit of a windbreak around all of our timber, all of our edges. Basically anything we're gonna be worried about. So we're gonna get a little bit more aggressive, start burning more downwind so then the wind can carry it and burn these fields basically a lot quicker. So it's gonna take off quick. So we're gonna go put out the fire, just on some of the edges. It's still smoldering a little bit, but we're gonna now run the drill through. And so just to clarify, the reason we're putting the drill on the soil now after the burn is the good grass, the native warm season grasses, the legumes, they're all very sparse. It's kind of been taken over by cool seasons. So when I talk about cool seasons, it's, you know, it's your brome grass, it's just grass, it's just junk, it's just filler. So we burn all that, all those cool season grasses are just gonna pop right back. So we're gonna go ahead, drill it, put that seed, that small seed we showed you earlier, barely scratch it into the soil. And then that's gonna germinate, you know, in the 60-degree soil temp range. So in the next 3 or 4 days, this grass, the cool season, the junk, is gonna pop back. But the soil temperatures are in the 40s. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna hit all of those cool season grasses and kill them. Gonna be completely dead. And all that good dormant seed with the current existing, because there was some, if you've seen that, there was some native grasses still in there. So we're gonna go ahead and release those. So when we talk about releasing them, remember our TSI video, we ran around and we picked our good trees that were getting, you know, kind of engulfed by junk trees. So we went through and marked those junk trees and we released the good trees by eliminating the competition. So what we're doing is we're gonna eliminate the competition for our good grass. We're eliminating our junk. We're going to obviously burn it off. A lot of that grass is laid down, not allowing some of these warm season grasses to pop through it. So we're burning it off, gonna kill the fresh new growth. And then when our soil temps hit 70 degrees, our existing natives and our new natives are gonna pop through. In the meantime, we will have some natives popping through, and especially some of our legumes are gonna pop through before the soil temperatures. So that's basically the roundabout reason, but we got the fire pretty much under control. And then right after this, once we start drilling, I'm gonna pop back through, like I said earlier in the video, and show you what a good switchgrass and a good native season grass blend looks like. So we'll get this out soon. So what you can see here is a great stand that we did a couple years ago. And the purpose of what we did here today on the new property was to take existing CRP that was getting choked out. All of our native warm season grasses were being depleted, taken over by junk, cool season grasses. So my goal on our farm right now, farms we're currently working on and fixing up, is just to make them better, every inch of it. We don't gotta sit here and take over a project all year one, but doing little things to improve your property, to make it more friendly to the animals that inhabit it, it's a bonus for your family, it's a bonus for your hunting, it's a bonus for the wildlife, and it's enjoyable for me to do, to come and see something that has potential and to release that potential. In this case, releasing all these great native warm season grasses to make it look like this. It's a lot of fun. It's very gratifying coming through here this summer and seeing something that, you know, had the potential there, but it was just lacking. So looking forward to the next couple weeks here, getting back in the fields as it dries up, and we're gonna be doing a lot more here this spring. So I'm excited to get this underway.